it's a must. You'll have to navigate through your workbook or your worksheet so that you'll be able to work efficiently. So how do you navigate using your Excel? So you can navigate using these means. Either use your page up and page down. You use your arrow keys. Your arrow keys, they are the four arrow keys that you have on your keyboard for those that are using a detachable keyboard. But for some of us that are using laptop, sometimes your arrow keys would have some functions attached to it, but you still see the signal on it. So you can use your arrow key to navigate yourself. You can also use your name box to navigate while using your Excel. You can use the using the go to where you can just press the shortcut key Control G to find your way around your spreadsheet also. You can even use your how you navigate when you click on a particular sheet, you click on another sheet also, you want to look at the content that is in the sheets. That's how you navigate um using your Excel. You can also navigate using your mouse. It depends on how it will be comfortable for you. Some prefer mouse and some prefers using their keyboard, using the arrow keys. So it depends on the one you are familiar with. But I'll always advise that you should be able to use the keyboard efficiently. Not most of the time that you would have access to the mouse. You should be able to use keyboard. So um so while you'll be using your Excel, you'd notice that the cursor will be changing time to time. When you are using your Excel, it is a must. It has to change. It depends on the action or command you want um, your Excel to do. When you see the cursor, you would automatically know that, oh, if I should click on this, this is what will happen next. When you see this type of cursor, what will happen? When you see this type of cursor, what's the meaning? What would this do for you? So the major ones that you would be seeing are these 10 ones that I'm displaying now. I hope you can all see my screen.
Yes,
So you
yes,
have
yes. We can see
the
it.
select cursor. Yeah, you have the select cursor. So this select cursor,
Yes, you can
this
see
is
it.
the one. So good. This will be the one that you use to select, to highlight most of the activities that you'll be carrying out on your spread. You have the move cursor also. If you look at the move cursor, you would notice that it is different from the selection cursor. You'll see it. There's an arrow edge. That's the top left and right. So down. You'll see that that's your move cursor. You might decide that you want to move a cell from one location to another location. You have your fill handle also. This is your fill handle. If you have decided that, oh, you want to increase or you want to copy the cell, you want to fill it down. Let's say you have written Adedayo on cell A1, then you want to Adedayo, you want to repeat it down to the next 10 cell. The moment you move your to the fill handle to the green box, you will see that it will change to this crosshair. So this one that looks like the plus sign. And when you click and drag down, you'll be able to duplicate or fill down the data that you want to fill. I hope, and I'm sure our Excel is opened across board because all this English I'm saying, you won't actually understand it until you open your and the way I'm displaying it, you are also saying it that okay, it's that is. So you have your column width, you have your row width. Sometimes when you input your data or you input a content in the cell, you would notice that, okay, the cell content is larger than the cell itself. So you might decide that, oh, you want to increase the width of the cell, you want to decrease the width of the cell. So when you put your cursor towards the left hand side, that's where your row is, or you put it on the column side, you can decide to increase and decrease the width of your cell also. You have the selection, row, and column. So this, when you start inputting formulas, you want to move down to another cell. When you use your arrow keys, either the left or the up and down, you would notice that, oh, it is moving up and down. And you have the select command. So this select command is the ones that you'd have most of the time. You have the I-beam cursor too. So when you want to, let's say you've inputted a formula, then you want to edit the formula, you want to put it on edit mode. Now, okay, I want to make some adjustments, I want to make some corrections. The moment you put your mouse on the formula, then it will change to this I-beam cursor. Then you have the intersection where you can decide to change the position of where you want to input a cell or you want to input a value in your spreadsheets. I hope we are all following, please.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. So the next thing is our data and alignments. So when you are working with Excel, at one point you would want to input data in cell, you'd want to delete, you remove, you want to add, you want to make some calculations while you are making use of your Excel. So how do you do that? So when you click on a particular cell, so you can also do what I'm displaying now. So when you click on a particular cell, you see this cell, just type what you want to type in it. You can type, now this is cell A3. How do I know it's cell A3? It is on column. If I say cell A3, if I say cell A9, so I mean go to cell this and that is on row this. So if you input what you have here now, you will notice that your text, your alphabet, they will automatically align to the left. And your numbers will align to the right. And your logical values will align to center. That is the default settings that you have in Excel. The moment you type letter A or letter B, or you type delay, it will align to the left. And there's a reason for that. When you type a number, it will align to the right. But when you type a Boolean or you type a logical value, it will be at the center. And I want everyone of us to try this now. And if you have anybody that this does not happen, the person should signify, please. Just 2-3 seconds. On any of your cell, just type your name, type analysis, then type a number, then type Boolean, true or false, to confirm if it will align to the left, right, and center. Just 2-3.
Confirm, sir. Confirm.
So I only have feedback from one person. Do we have another person so that we can move on?
Done. Confirm.
Okay, good. So now this goes to next slide is what does Excel do? What Excel does. So the three things Excel does is it holds your data, you make calculations, then you perform data analysis with your Excel. So when you hold data, fine, Excel has its limits. When you have data that is above the 1 million rows and column, then that's when you now start saying, okay, you want to start storing your data on a database, where you now start saying, okay, you want to start learning a relational language, your SQL, to relate with your database. Or even with that, before you can have a data that your Excel won't, talking of millions of data, or the data, it will hold your data to some extent. Now, the second one is making calculations. So it has several formulas that you can use to perform calculations. This is the engine room of your Excel. You can make calculations as far as using finding correlation, statistic correlation between two data, you using statistical formulas, you using financial formulas. When you start saying you want to find your simple interest, you start saying you want to find using trig formulas, where you want to find your sine, cosine. But that does not make any sense to a layman or to a supermarket person. What does the person need to use with that? All the person needs is, oh, I have 10 pampers. I have five, I have five clean, I have five soaps that they categorized into different sections. Okay, which one is selling more? Which one do I need to change my brand on? Which one do I need to advertise more to my customers? Where do I need to work better? That's where you now come in to say, okay, what type of calculation will I use? What type of formula will I use? And it will perform your data analysis also. You have large data sets, you analyze it down, you sort it, you filter it, you even clean your data at some point so that you'll be able to have an easy way of analyzing your data. Thereby, you can now be able to present your data to your boss or anyone that needs the data. That is, these are the three major functions of your Excel. So it can also do some automations also, whereby you have some repetitive task that you have always been doing. So you know you keep doing this report every time. Instead of you starting all over again, all you need to do is say, okay, Excel, I need you to record these steps for me. So anytime I want to do this report, just run these steps, then I need the outcome. It will do that for you. You have reports that you will need to copy and paste every time. Oh, I need to copy and paste this, the same format. You have your Power Query that will do that for you. You transform your data, it would make it make you analyzing your data. It will be seamless, it will be easy for you also. Now we are now moving down to we performing calculations with our Excel. Fine, we storing data on our Excel. It can be any means. You can copy and paste your data from a particular source. You can import it. You can manually type it. We have some data entry analysts that all they do is to enter data. It would have been validated with different steps, different validations. All they do is they, they enter data into Excel, and they are good at that. If that is not enough, you can import your data from anywhere. After you already have your data, the next thing is, okay, you want to perform calculations. How do you go about it when you want to perform calculation in Excel? So the first thing you need to understand is why using Excel, the moment you want to input a formula, it has to start with the equal to sign. The moment you type your equal to in a cell, it means you want to perform an operation. It means you want that particular cell to respond to the formula that has been inputted in that cell. So when you say equal to in a cell, that cell automatically is ready to accept the formula that you want to input. If you want to add, you want to subtract, you want to find your subtotal, anything, the moment you type your equals to in a cell, then that's a formula. So the first thing is you must begin with an equal to sign. Then you can now say, okay, equal to, you can now say you want to move to an address. When I say address, it means a particular cell that you have an information. You can say, okay, you can use your arrow key to navigate your way. Then you need to use the appropriate operand. So when I say operand, normal calculations that we use are plus, minus, subtraction, divisions that you use. How do you now see your formulas? If you look closely, you would notice that you have a formula bar. It will have the FX sign. If you look at your structure very well, you will see that you have your name box, then you have your formula bar. Your formula bar is circled. This that is circled. For every so that when you have a little bit of error or you want to carry out some addition, you want to edit the formula, you can just easily go to your formula bar to edit. So you have your formula bar. Do we have, are we, is our Excel opened? So that we can also perform this operation here that we have here.
Yes.
Or an Excel open. Okay, good. So these are the working with most of the time. So you have your addition, your subtraction, have your multiplication also. They are the basic ones that you'll be working with. However, there are some working with goes on where you have your exponential, you have your the concatenate, you have your equal to, greater than or equal to, have your less than or equal to sign too. You will be working with those operators too. You have your not equal to sign also. So would you now be able to get this on your keyboard? If you look at your keyboard very well, you will see that your plus sign and your equal to sign, they are together. So how do you get that? So when you want to sign, you press your shift and the equal to, then you have your plus sign. You have your minus sign beside the equal to also. When you want to make use of your division sign, you will see that you have a division sign beside your shift key. And you have your multiplication sign, that's the asterisk. You have it together with your 8. You can just use your shift 8 to make it active. And if you're using your keyboard also, so you see that some keyboard, you have your numbers to the right, you have your arrow keys to the right, and you have your operators too. So instead of you making use of your shifts, then having access to the operators, you can just use the plus, minus, and division on your keyboard. Do we all understand that? That's when you want to make use of your operators.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So these are the basic operators that you'll be working with. I would want us to now practice all what we have been discussing. I want us to start practicing now, where we can have a full understanding of all what we have been explaining. So I would want us to open our Excel. So do we all have the workbook that was sent on the chat group? We all have the Excel that was sent to the chat group.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Is it opened? Is it opened? So that we'll start our calculations. We'll start our analysis. For those that are with the assistant. So I want us to start our calculations. So can we start now? So do you all have access to these documents that I'm currently? So do we have access to this? I need a feedback from everyone, please.
Yes, we all have access to it.
Okay, that's the first feedback.
I'm trying to access mine.
Some people are saying yes in the chat. I think I have like 4 or 5 people saying yes in the chat.
Okay. 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 That's good. So what doing currently, you see that you are seeing a blank worksheet. I've seen a blank worksheet. So this worksheet is blank. You don't have anything in this worksheet. So in just some minutes, I'll try to recap all what I've said now. So you will see the ribbon above. These are the ribbons that you have. You can see when you have your home tab, you have the insert, page layout. You would notice that the tabs that are in it, they are changing. You have the formulas, you have the data, the review. So you have this. So these are the tools that you'll be using, that you'll be making use of while you work with your Excel. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, this is your name box. This is your name box. So my name box is saying D3. It means I'm on cell D3. So this is it. And this is it. So an intersection, as I've said earlier, is called a cell. An intersection. So this, let me highlight this for you. So this and this. So this middle is called a cell. So this middle is called a cell. So for every location that you have, you can see that you have several cells here. So that's why I said everywhere that you are on Excel, you can perform anything on it. So this is your cell address, this is your row, this is your column. So now I'm on active cell I3. It means I'm on cell I3. So for every cell that you have, you would see it on your name box. So now, if you look closely at my mouse, you see that you have a white cross. That is the selection cell I was said earlier. If you look at my fill, so let me try to zoom this. Look at my fill handle. You see a box here, a tiny box here. When you move your cursor, to it, when you move your cursor to it, the cursor will change, and this cursor would allow you to be able to fill your data down. So let's say I have 1 and I have 2 here. I want to fill this 1 down to the right. You can see, and I want to fill this 2 downward. So the fill handle has made it easy for me to be able to fill it down. I might decide that I want to move these 2 away. When you move your cursor very close to the green highlight, you see that your cursor has changed. Then I can move these 2. That's your move cursor. When I want to edit these 2, when I double click these 2, you will see that this is blinking. You see a cursor that is blinking. When you move your cursor to that cell, you see it. You see an eye, like a capital I. That's your I-beam cursor. And you can see this is on edit mode, saying that, oh, I can edit this. I can change this to any number I want to change this to. Now, I have Ade, and I have Bimbo. Then I have 77. Then I have 98. Then I have my true. Then I have my false. So if you also follow me with this, while you input this, you will notice that Ade and Bimbo aligned to the left automatically. They are aligned to the left. But your 77 and 98, they are aligned to the right. Then the true and false, they are aligned to the center. They are aligned to the center. I hope you understand. I would want
Yes.
us to try this. Did yours align to the... Okay, good. So that's the default settings. That is the automatic way that it is set in Excel. However, you can also decide that, oh, you want your number to be at the middle, you want it to be at the center, top left, right left. You can decide that. That's where you now have your ribbon. If you go to your Home tab, you will see a tab that is called Alignment, where you can align your text to the way you want it to look like. Now, this 77 is aligned to the right. I can decide that I want it to be aligned to the left. So it has aligned to the left. I want it to be at the center. It has been at the center. So this is where you can say, okay, I want my numbers to look this way. This is the way I want you to look like. So this is the function of your Home tab. So you have different things you can do with your ribbons also. Same thing goes to you highlighting a cell. So if you look at the true, the tree is aligned to the center, but it does not have a color. So I want to decide to put a color to this. I can say, okay, my 77, I don't want it to be highlighted in yellow. I want it to be highlighted a light green. So when you go to your Home tab, under the fonts, you'll see that you have your fill color under the fonts. That will make it easy for you to make any adjustments that you want to make for that. So I think that's a basic thing that you'll be working with on your Home tab. You would work most of the time with your alignments, the fonts, and the numbers most often while you work with your Excel. So I have my 0.1, I have my 0.1, and I have my 1. I want to decide to put this in percentage format. When you click on this, then you click on this percentage on your numbers format. You can see that it has changed it to 10% because 0.1 It's the same thing as 10%. But the formats are different. So when you want to make adjustments, what do you say?
So come again on the percentage, whatever.
Okay, good. So you have an empty cell.
Okay.
Control A, everything that is here. Let's clear all our contents. Okay, good. This is a blank worksheet. It does not have anything. And I want to perform a simple operation, but it is in percentage formats. You might decide to say, okay, I want this, my percentage, to be in its raw format. You might decide that, oh, I want you to show me in percentage formats. When you type 1 is the same thing as 100%. This same 1 also, if I say I want it to be in percentage format, I go to my home tab, then you go to your numbers format. Under your numbers format, there are different numbers formats that you have. But I want this to be in numbers format. When you click on your percentage, you can see that this is showing 100%. So it means if I even multiply my 1 by, let's say, 5, and this is 5 also. If you multiply your 1 times 5, you have your 5. If you multiply your 100% of 5 is what? It's still 5. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, I get you now.
Okay, good. So there are several types of number formats. You have them across here. So I'll do the addition where would be adding. So at a particular point, you would want to add, you would want to subtract, you want to multiply, you want to carry out an operation. So how would you go about that? So this sheet that you have is well explanatory. That has been made in such a way that you can easily understand how to calculate. So if you look at this sheet now, on cell D4, on cell D4 and cell C4, and cell C3 and D3, you have your fruits and you have the amount. Do we have this? Do we have this? Okay, good. On these particular cells, you want to perform an operation that, okay, you want to add the amounts, you want to add them together. You can do it in 2 ways. It's either you add them manually, it's either use your calculator, it's either you use your operators, or you use the inbuilt formula for this. So now, so you can say equals to, I said that if you want to perform any operation in Excel, it will start with equals to. Now, I already type my equals to. What do I want to do? I want to add all these cells together. I want to add 50 plus 20 plus 60 plus 40. That is what I want to do. All I need to do is just select your D4. If you see that when this is selected, you will see that it is highlighted with a moving sign showing that this is selected. Please, are you following?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, you can now say, okay, you want to use your operator. You can use your shift plus. Then you can select the second amount. You can do the same thing plus 60 plus and the lemon, which is 40. Then you click on your enter. Then you have your 170. This is the first method. Then the second method is you using the formula itself. So you have a formula that all what it does is just to sum. That is a function. When you type your equals to sum, what did you notice? When you type your equals to sum, please, what did you notice? I want someone to give me that feedback. When you type your equals to sum,
It says some particular set of options.
you saw what? So when you type your equals to sum, you'll see that a function will come out that is highlighted blue. Then when you move your cursor towards it, it's of what that formula will do for you. You will see it says adds all the numbers in a range of cell. So anything this function does for you, when you say equals to sum, how do you now make this sum function active? How do you want it to start working? When you double click on it or you press your tab, then it would open a bracket for you. Are we getting it?
You are getting
It
it.
will open a bracket for you. Good. Then the first argument it will show you, it will tell you number one, number two. What this is saying is, okay, I'm ready to sum. Give me the number that you want to sum. Then I can now say, you select the numbers. You can highlight all the numbers. If you don't want to highlight the numbers, then you can select them individually. These have been selected. You press your comma, then you select every other numbers too. Pressing your comma, then you hit your enter. This will give you your answer. But in a situation where we have large data sets, you have numbers as far as 100. Would you start using this? No. You can just use your equals to sum and you highlight all the numbers that you want to, and you click your enter. Do we understand? Do we have anybody that did not understand this? Or should I go again?
I didn't get it, please.
Okay, good. So the intention is for us to add all these amounts. Instead of you using your equals to 50, then you press your plus this, plus this, plus this, then enter. Instead of using that, what if we now have, as I want to add, are we going to be using that? No. That's why we have those functions. So we have a function that is called sum equals to. How do I make this sum active? Is either I double click on it or you press your tab. Then this is active. Then you will notice that there is something that is showing you. It's showing number one, comma, number two, comma, number three. It's saying, okay, give me the numbers that you want me to add. Then you can highlight all the numbers that you want it to add. You can just select one, holding your left mouse key, then you drag down. You can then click on your enter. You have your 170. You understand? Do we understand?
Yes, understood.
Okay, good. That's the first thing. Also, instead of you using that also, you can also use a shortcut, pressing your Alt and equal to together. It will automatically highlight a set of numbers for you when you have your Alt equal to. All it does is, oh, these are numbers, it would highlight them. Is this a number you want to sum? If you look at it very well and it's okay, this is a number that you want to sum. All you need to do is just click on your enter, and that will sum that for you. That's for that. Now, for the second table by the right, now you want to sum the amount that is greater than 50. This was your answer. Numbers that are greater than 50. Yeah, please, what will be your answer? And this one just give us an answer. Okay. Do we have any answer in the chat box? No. Okay, so if you look at this, okay, let's run our sum function here again. This is our alt equal to sign. This has given us the sum. This is 1/4. Okay, good. Now for this, I want to add some set of numbers for me. I'm giving it a condition that I want you to add only the numbers that are greater than 50. In Excel, you have a function that will do that for you also. The function is called the sum if. It will sum, and it is adding an if together with it, saying, oh, this is a conditional sum. I'm summing you if you meet this particular criteria. That is the meaning of the sum if. So how do you do that? Equals to your sum if. Equals to your sum if. The first argument this is showing is, so it's asking you the range of what that you want to sum. Okay, I'm saying I want to sum this to D15. What's my criteria? My criteria needs to be greater than 50. Is this correct? Please, I need us to respond so that we'll know if we are all getting it. So I'd want us to do this second one. Sum it if it is greater than 30. If this is greater than 30, what would our answer be? Please, anyone with the answer, if you sum this if it is greater than 30. What's the answer, please? So that I will know that we are all following. If you sum this if it is greater than 30, is also our answer. Is it that we don't have anybody following us? So I want us to solve this if it is greater than 30.
$240.
240. So we have someone saying, okay, 240. So I want you to do the sum if this, comma, if it is greater than, it's greater than 30. Good. 240. So at least someone is following us. So now so that we'll understand how the sum function is. So when you input your sum, the first thing is the formula. That's the function they are working with. Then the second argument, they are the values that you need to put. They are the cell reference. What do I mean by cell reference? These are the address or the cell that you want to perform an action with. Do we get that? So if you go through this, you see where the sum function is explained and how you would understand the arguments. So if you go down to the second sheet, also, I'll go on the second sheet. That's where we have the field. Where we have the field. So if you look at click on the cell number 100. So this is cell 100. If you click on the fill down cursor, then click on it and fill down. You have this. Please, if I'm too fast, please let me know, please.
Sorry,
And you can also do the same thing.
hello, boss. What you said on
Okay, I'm with
my
you.
one add good and this add is starting from start basic introduction to formula, grade, minimax, date and time. That's what I'm having here.
Hold on. What's the name of the documents that you're working with? What's the name of the workbook?
Is Excel formula tutorial.
No. Just hold on a bit.
I have the same thing with me. Formula tutorial 1.
Formula tutorial 1. Okay. Okay. This has been sent to the group now. How we should all have access to this? How we should all have this now?
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
yeah, we do. Thank you. So that's how we find
Okay,
it
good.
difficult because we're having a different.
Okay. Do we all have it open now? Okay, I have a
Yes.
question here. Someone is saying does not understand the sum if. Okay, good. So let's go back to the sum if. So do we all have it open now? So I'll go again with the sum if so that we all will be on the same page. So this is what I'll do. I'll copy this. I'll copy it to the right here. Control V. And copy this also. I'll copy it underneath. Okay, good. Now so okay, good. Can you all see my screen, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, okay, good. So what I did is I copied out this item and amount, and I duplicated it. That's what I did. So that I would explain the sum if again, so that we don't understand the sum if. So that was the item amount that start with the bread down to the pies. So I doubled it. So now all I want to do is I want to sum. I have many cookies here. I want to sum the amounts for cookies. That is what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
Hello, boss.
I know I have bread, I have donuts. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's something else I'm seeing on my own on your shared screen here. It's just moved down.
Okay, good. If you look at it, I only duplicated this. I duplicated this. Good. So what I want to do is I want to know the total amount for cookies. You know, I have different items. Yeah, I have bread, donuts, cookies, then cakes. I have different of them. So it might be as much as 1,000, 5,000 items. So you want to know the total amount for a particular item. You understand? Now,
Yeah.
what formula would you use to do that? So you want to sum it. You know this particular item occurs more than one. So I'm adding you up. If it is this item, if it is another item, I don't need it. But if it is for this particular item, I need the total amount for it. That's why it's called sum if. So there is a criteria that is attached to it. That is the if condition that is attached to it. You will sum it, but if it is this criteria, that is the sum if. Now, when you type your equals to sum if, then you press your tab. What did it bring out for you, please? What are the arguments that you have when you type your equals to sum if? I want to know if you are following.
If you type equals to sum, if it says add the
Yes.
self-specific conditions and criteria.
No, when you
So
type
meaning
equals to sum if, it's what do you have?
you add the self-specified by a given condition or criteria. That's what I'm saying.
No, when you type your equals to sum if, when you type equals to sum if, then you press your tab. The first argument you will see is range. The second one is criteria. Then the third one
Okay.
is the sum range.
And yeah.
Look at it very well.
Yeah.
Good. So the first argument is what? Is asking you for range.
Yeah.
Are we on the same page?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, what does this range mean? The range of the particular item that you want to sum. So now I'm going back to my table. This is the range I have highlighted, which is from my J4 to J13. You understand? Then I hit my comma. The next argument that you see that is bold there is the criteria. What is your criteria? My criteria is the
Oh,
particular item that I want.
hello. I am not seeing what you highlighted.
Okay, I think there's a bit of time lag here. Okay. What
Yes,
should I do now? Okay.
therefore.
Trying to stop sharing and reshare. Are you seeing it now? Are you seeing it now?
Yes, I can see that now.
Mm.
From bread
Okay,
to
good.
pies.
Good. That is the range of what you want to sum. That's from bread to pies. Then you type your comma. You see that the next argument that is showing there is criteria. That criteria is saying what exact criteria do you want me to add out of all this range that you've selected? Give me that particular person you want me to total for you. Then I'm saying, okay, cookies. Then I'm selecting my cookies, which is your cell M9. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then you press your comma. The next argument is saying what? Sum range. So what do you want me to add together? Then you are selecting all your amounts. Good. Do you understand this? Then you should have this. Then when
Yes.
you press your enter, it's giving us a cookies. We have cookies here.
Yes.
Then we
Giving
have
us eight.
another cookie also donuts. What if this change to donuts? Let's see what will happen to our formula. This change to donuts. You are meant to have 200. Do we all have that? I think there's a bit of time lag again. Do you have that? The item has been changed to do not. What do you have? What's your answer?
Yes, everyone is Juliet. $200.
I know now some of us will be like, okay, you're understanding this, but until when you start laying your hands on it, that's when you'll be able to understand it better. Because there are some errors that you would not foresee that this would happen. It is until when you lay your hands on it, that's when you know, oh, this might occur, this might not occur. Okay, if I've experienced this, this is what I've done. If this happens again, this is what I would do. So if you change your item to donuts, what do you have? So when you change your item to donuts, what do you have?
You have 200 you're actually
So when you change your item to donut, your amount is meant to be 200. Your amount is meant to be 200 when you change it to donuts. So do we all understand the logic behind the sum if?
yeah.
Okay, good. Do you have another person that does not understand the sum if? Before we move down to the fill down, so we're moving down to the next sheet right now, which is the fill. Can you also see my screen now? So I have the documents now. So it will be easy for us to relate also. So if you move to the second sheet, titled, you can also rename a sheet or click on the sheets. When you right click on the sheets, you see a pane will show up telling you to insert another sheet. You can delete the sheets, then you can move or copy, then you can rename.
Abdul, please hold on. Please kindly mute from your end.
Okay. Okay. Now
Continue, please.
let's move down to the second sheet that is called fill. So if you look at the cell, when you go to cell E, this is E5 or so. Cell E4, you have your formula in it. It is summing the C4 down to D4. It's summing the range. Now I want to do this for the same numbers that are below. So all I need to do is pull my cursor. Let me zoom this. Put my cursor on the fill handle. The cursor will change. Then click and drag down. Then you're meant to have your 110, 20, and 130. You can do the same thing for the 200 on cell C50. You can also drag to the right. You click on the fill handle, click and hold your cursor, then you drag to the right. Do you understand that? You should have this that is showing on our screen. Please, if you know what I'm doing currently, you're not getting it, please signify. Okay, good. So now, want to use this also, the fill handle to copy cells. So now go to click on the cell with produce. When you move your cursor to the fill handle, that's at the right hand corner, then you can now drag down. So you can see this produce. I want it to move down. I want it to come down, I want to duplicate it down. You can see that I now have this produce. I've used to copy the content that is on cell C34. I've copied it down to cell C37. Instead of me doing the Control C, then Control V, Control V, Control V, by just double clicking this, it would fill down the content above for you. You can also use it to fill a series. What do I mean by fill a series? You have the number 1, 2, you want it to continue. Instead of you manually typing your 1, 2, 3, you can do the same thing for your months. When you type your January, then you want it to automatically fill. You can also use your fill handle to do that. So when I say you want to fill a series, I say, oh, fill this series. You can use your fill handle to fill the series also. Excel will automatically fill some cells for you based on the series that is in the content. So you can also do this now. You can just type January in one cell. So let's do January. So when you move it down to your fill handle down, then you should be able to have your number. Please, are we following? I don't want us to move far, then someone is dragging us
Yes, yeah.
behind. Okay, good. So we have a fill handle to do that for us. So now I think we should be able to use our sum if, then we should be able to use our fill handle. Are we good with the 3 that I've mentioned now? So we are
Yes.
good with our sum. We are good with our sum if, and using our fill handle. I think we are good to go with that. Please, if you have anybody that does not understand, please signify. Okay, good. Now the next one is the splits. So while we work with our Excel, at a point you notice that you have a cell content that is filled up with some content that you need to separate them. How do you separate them? There are some functions in Excel that will make it easy for you to split your text, even if it is a number. If the text you want to split, even if it is in the middle, there are some functions in Excel that would make it easy for you to split them. So in this that we have now, we have the cell on cell C. This is cell C4. It contains an email, nancy.smith at so.com. We have this. I want to do is I want to bring out the name. I want to bring out name. That's what I want to do. So all I need to do is on the first cell, that's on D5. All I need to do is just press my Nancy, then enter. Then on the second cell, I press my Andy. You will notice that Excel has been suggested that, does this that I'm showing you, does it correlate to what you want to bring out? Please, do we have anybody that's what I'm displaying? We don't have that. It will spill down some names for you. Please, do you all have what I'm displaying right now, please?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. So it is suggesting that, is this what you want to bring out? Then I'm saying yes. So it has automatically filled this down for me. You can also do that to the last name also. And you can also try your flash fill. So under your flash fill, how do you go about that? When you go to your home tab, then you go to your fill, then you click on your flash fill. Then it will fill down the names for you. It will fill down the names for you. Please, any question
Yes.
before we move
After
further?
after clicking the home,
Okay.
please, where did you see the fill before the fill flash?
Okay, good.
Is it on the toolbar?
So if you're on your home tab, yes, if you're on your home tab, the first thing you will see is a clipboard where you have your cut, copy, and format painter. The second one is a font. Are you with me? The third one
Yes.
is the alignment. Then when you move it down, you will see editing. That's towards the right. Under your editing, you will see your fill. Click on the drop down. Are you with me?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Under the drop down, then you will see the flash fill. Then it will fill it for you. Are we on the same page now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's for how you split a text. So there are some others too that you can also do. There are some other functions that can allow you to split text. You have your text to column also. When you move to your cell, D, your C32, 32, you have some names joined together. You have the first name, the last name, and the company name. They are
Abdul,
joined
please
together.
hold on. Abdul, please hold on. Okpebiko, we cannot hear anything. Kindly mute. Thank you.
Okay, so if you look at your cell C32, you see that you have some data here that are joined together. That's the first name, the last name, and the company name. It is joined together. You want to split these names, but if you look closely, you will see that they are separated by comma. You see Nancy, comma, Smith, comma, then the company's name. How do you separate these names? You want it to be separated. How do you go about this? First thing you need to do, you need to select all the cells that you want to separate. You need to highlight them. How do you highlight them? You can see your selection cursor. You click on it, then you click and drag down. These have been highlighted. You go to your data bar. Now your data tools bar. On your data tools bar, you see your data tools. Under your data tools, you have your text to columns. Are we all on the same page? Under your data bar, you see your data tools. Then you see your text to column. Are we all on the same page?
Yes, we are there.
Okay, good.
No, I didn't
This
see
has
the
been
text to column.
highlighted. Okay, good. Go to your data tools bar on your panel here. Are you on your data? You have your home bar, the inserts,
Yeah.
page layouts, formulas, then you see data. Under the data, go to data tools. You see text to columns under your data tools. Are you on your data tools?
Yes.
So you have highlighted your data that you want to separate. You click on your text to column. When you click on your text to column, you will see another pane will pop up. the pane that will pop up, you'll see choose the file type that best describe your data. How do you want to separate your data? Is it by the delimiters or a fixed width? Do you want to use a particular fixed width? You are the one that would say, okay, I want you to separate this data based on the width, or you want to separate this data using a delimiter. The delimiter might be a comma, it might be space bar, it might be another type of text, another type of character. That's the delimiter. So now here we want to use our delimiter. So I'm selecting my delimiter. Then you click on your next. So you click on your next. When you click on your next, you will see the list of delimiters that you have. Is it tab? Is it semicolon? Is it comma? Is it space or others? But in this scenario now, our delimiter is a comma. So I'm selecting a comma. So I'm selecting a comma. So if you look closely, you will see that this has been separated underneath. If you are following me, this has been separated. Then you click on your next and finish. And this will be separated for you. Please, do we have this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll move further. Okay, good. So we all understand this, so we can move further. So if we don't want to use the text to column also, we can also decide to use a formula also to split our text. So we have text formulas in Excel that all they do is they are related to text. That is what they do. We have the likes of left, the right, text before, text after, you have the search, you have the find, you have the learn. There are many of them that all they do is they are related to text. You want to split your text, you want to find a text, you want to search a text. So let's say I have Tinubu here. Tinubu. And I want to find letter N in this Tinubu. If you use a function that is called find, equals to find. What does find do? It will tell you the position of what you are looking for. So this is my find. It is now asking me, what is my find text? Which is this N. Where am I looking for it? I'm looking for it in Tinubu. When you click on enter, it is saying N is 3. What this is now, N is the third character here. That's where you use your find. We get please, if you don't understand this, I can come again. Please, do you understand this?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Or should I come again? So
Please come
you
again.
have, okay, good. We have Dave. This is Dave. Now I'm looking for letter E. I'm looking for letter E. I want to know the position of letter E in Dave. All I need to do is use my find function equals to find. When you use equals to find, find it's the position of a particular string or text character for you to tell you, oh, this is where this character is when you're using your find function. Now this is my find. I hit my tab equals to find. So what text am I looking for? That's the find text. I select my E. Then comma. Within what text? Within Dave. I selected Dave, and I hit my enter. It's telling me that letter E is the fourth character in Dave. You understand now?
What we are seeing,
understand?
what we are seeing right here is just find from your screen. Just
Okay,
is equals
good.
to find. We are not seeing anything. And now for we didn't see the process.
Okay, okay. Is the time lag again? So I want you to follow me now. Look at Dave, and you have E. You have your E on cell E, on cell, this is C what? This is
C50.
cell C50. Good. Then you have Dave on cell C51. Okay,
Yes.
good. Where you have 4, delete it. Where you have 4, delete the 4. Then type your equals to find. And press your tab key. So what's the first argument that you have there? What's the first argument that you have?
Find text within text tab number.
What do you say?
Find text
within
within text start number.
Good. That find text, good. The first argument is find text. So go and select your E on C50. Just select E on C50. When you select your E on the C50, then press your comma. When you press your comma, the next argument that is bold is the within text. Then you select your div. Then you press your enter. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you have your 4.
Yes.
So if you press that equals to find again, you will see that the first argument is find text, the second argument is within text, and the last argument is start number. That start number is in square brackets. It's in square brackets. Am I correct, please?
Yes.
When you type your equals to find, the first argument is find text. The second one is within text. Then the last one is start number, which is in square brackets. So when you input a formula in Excel and you see it in square brackets, it means that particular argument is optional. Either you use it, your formula will work. If you don't use it, it will still work. That is why we do not use the Dave. So let's assume we have Dave Adeoti, and I want it to start counting from Adeoti. Then I can specify start from character 5, start from character 6. That is the essence of the start number have there. So do we all understand that, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to work from morning to 4 before we join this session. I don't want to stop here, so I would continue. If you have any question for the day, if you feel for now that the knowledge is limited, you don't have any question for now, maybe when you want to practice, then you can drop the question on the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
This is 5:58. I think it's almost 6 already. So the recorded version of this session will be shared too. So that we should not panic. So thank you very much, everyone. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Okay.
You too, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.